They love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First carry for James Conner, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold with an extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they come into play here 2-6 on the year. And I guess if you're them, you have to have the mindset of, hey, if we go 7-1, 8-0 down the stretch, we can still get into the playoffs. But CD, to be frank, I don't know that they've shown that they're capable of that this season.
Well, I certainly hope they have that mindset and that they're trying to play to that. But in my mind, from what I've seen, they've got no shot at doing that. This is going to be a tough second half. They've had so many injuries. They've had tough losses along the way. I think you've got guys playing for jobs for next year, and they're playing for positioning in the upcoming draft.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. On the handoff, Conner, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Lance. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
And there's a familiar sight by a guy in an unfamiliar uniform. J.J. Watt sacking the quarterback. Over 100 times in his career, he's put a QB on the deck.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
2nd and 9. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rondale Moore, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10 is counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Murray going to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Going to give it to Love. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. From midfield, here's Lance. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Murray. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down now, it's Conner. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners 13-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Conner. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Sermon, they'll try the left side with him. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 12. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And will be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Good job, Murray.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down and 4, Lance. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
I'm here all day. I'm here. Let's go.
From the 38, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll run with Sermon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Sermon.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man, complete, touchdown, Cardinals.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, 49ers 21.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
Now Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Three yards remain for second down. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Lance now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, it's Sermon. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Lance.
And able to hold it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards there on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Jordan Hicks brought it down. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 is the mic. Bad striker. 3. 58 is Mike. Check pass.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That is all effort right there on 3rd down. Clip and save this reel, because he knew where the first down marker was, and he was just going to shed tacklers however he needed to in order to get to that marker. That was really well done.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 50. Check 50.
Mostert.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Again, it's Mostert.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Murray.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And some room to run now. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So how about that play? We had a tie ball game. Defense comes up huge. That's the definition of a big play for this defensive unit.
Not something that you see that happens often to a guy like, let's say, Jamal Charles. Remember 2015? Fumbled it in a key situation.
Roby, right?
Yes, exactly right. Bradley Roby picked it up and altered the ball game.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And according to the next-gen stats, he covered nearly 40 yards after that initial contact.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. To throw is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cards on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
He'll look to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away.
And this is caught inside the 5. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray to throw. Looking downfield for Jones.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range.
Second and 11 now.
Come on, let's go. Mike 9. Hey, let's get that ball, man.
Throwing now is Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Here's Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Gordon, it's a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Wilson with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a a running play? Because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.